I'm sure you've seen those ads before, like 90-day transformative programs or 90-day certification programs or 90 days to rebrand yourself. So in this video, I'm here to discuss the 90-day fallacy, why most ideas actually fail after 3 months, and how to find a workaround if you're really serious about solving this issue. In this video, I'm going to share 3 mistakes that you can avoid. Let's say you make the commitment and you just want to put all your energy to see that results, because they always say results matter, right? So you got this new idea, for example, you want to rebrand yourself online to showcase, your professionalism. You got this new idea, you post content every day, and then you wake up early for 90 days just to put in the extra effort. You were productive, motivated, and then for a short period of time, you actually see results, and you're like, hey, okay, so you truly believe that this is the time when it's your time to shine, and it's finally going to change after a while. But then after that, something happens, something throws you off, maybe right around week 12 or before the 90 days, who knows? And then the energy suddenly disappears. Then the system collapses, right? And then you feel totally burnt out. So you did the hard work, but the payoff vanished. It's like you built a tent, but then in your mind, in all the excitement, you tell yourself that it's not a tent, it's a house. It's a solid freaking house. Okay, so what happened then? So why does this intense effort and perfect execution always results in catastrophe and crash after 90 days? Okay, I think it's not a failure of willpower, but after working with many customers, right, I think it's actually a specific fundamental design flaw or the motivations behind designing this sudden new routine for you that feels a little bit shaky. Because I think I'm going to reveal the 3 factors that you must avoid. Now, if you're new here, my name is Dom. I run a branding agency called EV Digital in KL. So I help brand owners and corporations in things like rebranding. And I created this channel because I think your work should be meaningful and not miserable. So how do we do that? Is for you to bring whatever ideas, fresh ideas you have in your head to reality, and that is what I think we're good at doing. And I'm here to share very practical branding tips and systems. We help ambitious business owners to build their market reputation. So let's get to the video. The first mistake that I find the most obvious one is most brand owners focus on building the facade instead of the foundation. I call it the so what problem. So most people actually spend the first 90 days focusing on the feel good or the look good factor. They skip what I call the foundation, right? Their unique, defensible point of view. And that requires some form of clarity. And that clarity can easily translate to a very strong story of motivation of why. So without this story, people go into like, okay, the logo should look like this. They spend days to look at the materials and the colors. And then, after all the effort, yes, you created something beautiful, but there's no soul in it. That's what's concerning. Then what's the purpose? Is it fit for market? Is it very human, very user friendly? So what the market asks is like, why should I trust your idea over other people? A lot of people get stuck there. Oh, I just do only, but sometimes do only is not enough, right? So then after that, the structure can just collapse because the story isn't clear to begin with. So what I encourage you to do is like the first 30 days, you get very excited, right? Try to document it in photos, notes, in your note app, whatever that works in your sketchbook, make sure you find that clarity first, the story and the motivation why you want to attempt. Because I feel like in this AI age, anything can be made to look good very quickly, and it kind of feels soulless if the why is not there. Okay? So let's go into the next mistake, which is relying on peak motivation. This is an interesting one because I feel like, let's say if you are doing rebrand, then you're doing a lot of content, right? A lot of it suddenly taps into what I call peak energy at peak time. So this is totally like unsustainable because it's like the flavor of the month, right? So then you design this around, the best parts of your day when you're most energetic, but it's unsustainable because like work, family, just daily stresses can intervene. So then this system is designed for peak motivation only when you have the energy, but it's not really real life. Doesn't work like that, right? So that once a curveball gets thrown in the way, or this habit is suddenly broken for like couple of days, that suddenly feels like the entire system just like falls flat. And then you don't want to like attempt it anymore because it cannot survive a single like low energy day. So then your system kind of betrays your story, if that makes sense. So I guess the fix that really works, I would recommend, is what I call MVE, a system of minimum viable effort, which means that in your lowest, darkest day or you don't have energy, also you can do something. So you promise yourself, you commit to something. Or if you decide to take a break, then take a break, but then set a time to continue again instead of procrastinate. So this kind of gains all your consistency together, and most people can't hold on to this even for 90 days. That is kind of like the structural failure lah. So yeah, think again about minimum viable effort when you want to do something or when something is very exciting. Okay, let's go into the final one. Mistake number 3 is kind of, I guess most overthinkers do it, which is over engineering and delaying the market entry or delaying the launch date again and again, just keep postponing. So most people invest too much time in over engineering, finding the perfect offer. It happens because you care so much about it, you want it to be perfect, you're scared that, or what if no one likes it, then you feel embarrassed. But after I think doing this so many times, right, I think it's okay to, it's like sports, right? Just think about it like sports, like a competitive professional sport, right? You cannot win all the time. It's almost impossible. But I would say that if you are competitive and you're good, maybe out of 10 times, if you can win 6 or 7 times, that's like very, very good already, right? But if you are an expert at execution, then maybe you can win 8 or 9 times. But to have it all lined up 10 out of 10 is very, very hard at the highest level. So I think cut yourself some slack and just launch. Okay, so people confuse planning with validation, suffering from what I call the law of diminishing returns. So you waste months just over polishing, and then you miss out this I would say the most valuable asset of all, which is early customer feedback. And I would say the failure to secure early traction really kills motivation. So what I would recommend is, if you have this project, prioritize reaching out or find 10 to 20 people or customers who are willing to give you their time or pay money, even better, pay money for it, to actually attend your demonstration or try your product out. And this is the most critical feedback loop you need to start building. Otherwise, you are just like over engineering. To what end, we don't know. Maybe today feel like this, tomorrow feel like something different, then you just keep changing over and over again. There is no feedback loop. Okay, just to cap it out, I would say go into all these 90-day plans with your eyes open and avoid those so that you can, continue doing what you do beyond these 90 days. And then again, just now, minimum viable effort. It has to make sense when all the chips are down too and you have that drive to continue. But of course, do less when your energy is less, do more when you have more energy. So plan long term and finally having that feedback loop to help you build that momentum. I hope that it brings you some value to help you rebrand and launch your ideas. Thank you so much for joining me in this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.